Hi guys! Okay, so we are right in the middle of week number 15 for me, leading out from my next show. Things are going great. Diet, workout, all that's going great. I can't complain. I'm seeing little changes. Just excited to keep going at this point. So, since my last video, I had quite a few people email me with some different questions, comments, that sort of thing. And the number one thing that people have been asking me is, what's the difference between figure and bikini? And how do I decide which division I'm going to be best in? Looking from the outside, it's kind of difficult to understand the difference between the two divisions. Personally, I've competed in both, so I can tell you that there's no hard and fast rules, but I'm going to give you the general statistics in regard to which division you should consider depending on your body type and your personality. And again, these are just general. They're not hard and fast rules because obviously I did both, so there's not one specific division for each person. So we're going to take the figure girl. As I mentioned before in the last video, she's like the gymnast. We're going to continue with that analogy for her. The figure girl has the broad shoulders, the tiny waist, the nice round butt, quads, hamstrings, that sort of thing, to give you that hourglass shape. They're looking for the hourglass shape in the figure world. She's also very much personality-wise like the gymnast as well. When she goes on stage, she's very graceful, she's very poised, she's very elegant. Think Miss America. A gymnast, same thing. When she's on the mat, looks like she's floating or flying when she's doing her routines. That's the kind of personality you want to have when you're on stage for figure. Now for bikini, what we're going to say, the bikini girl is like the cheerleader. Okay, so the cheerleader, she's more peppy, spunky, sexy, fun. That's the bikini girl on stage, just like the cheerleader. Okay? Now, the cheerleader and the bikini girl's body type is more like the Coke bottle. You got it kind of straight up and down, and then that big old butt that comes from the Coke bottle curve. That's the kind of physique they're looking for in bikini. They don't really judge the upper body and back, that sort of thing, a whole lot. You still have to have muscle, you still have to have definition up there, but it's not so much pronounced as that bikini booty. That is the number one thing you have to have in bikinis. You have to have that nice, tight, round, high-sitting butt. That is bikini booty. So again, she's a lot like the cheerleader. She's just got that spunky personality when she goes on stage. The last thing, and probably the most important thing that you need to consider when you're choosing a division, is how your body responds to food and training. For me, I tend to put on muscle really easily. It's really hard for me to stay skinny. I put on fat pretty easily too, but I can hold on to muscle as I lean out. This is what's pushed me into the figure division. The fact that I can put on so much muscle so easily has made me move up to that division. Now, if you're more of that girl that no matter what you eat, no matter how many times you do or don't go to the gym, you still stay the same size, you're always that girl that people are like, how do you eat all that stuff and stay skinny? You're the bikini girl, okay? Bikini girls, they still have muscle. They don't have a ton of it, okay? They're more the girls that you're going to see, and they're doing toning exercises. They're going to be doing more cardio, more running, that sort of thing. That's a bikini girl. Now again, this is just in general. There are a lot of bikini girls that lift really heavy. I was one of them. But because I like to lift heavy, I had to do more cardio because I had to get rid of some of my muscle in order to be able to compete on the bikini stage. So I just felt like all of that, I was kind of fighting against my genetics. It's, for me, for my body type, figure just works better because I can lift heavy, do less cardio, all that kind of stuff, and my body likes me for that. Now, you may be the same way, you may be different, you may be like the bikini girl. That's probably the biggest thing that you want to consider when you're determining which division to go into. Now again, I mean, you may be that girl that can switch back and forth, and more power to you because that's awesome. But, you know, consider your body type. Then probably the next thing I would consider most is your personality. Anybody can be shaped however you want to shape it with enough training, the right diet, all that kind of stuff. But take where you just fit the best and mold it from there. So, hope that helps. If you have any other questions about this sort of topic, just let me know. And I will be back next time with probably some more updates on my own prep, and I have a few more questions that I'm going to answer for you too that I've gotten in the last few days. So I'll talk to you later.